Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for Condit versus Alves, which was a clash of ages of the welterweights, and it was a pretty amazing main event. So, yeah, it's a post-fight show of the main card, so let's get started with the main event, shall we? The main event was Carlos Condit versus Thiago Alves, welterweight clash of 170-pounders. And this fight pretty much went the way I thought it would. Carlos Condit used reach. The first round was a feeling out process for him. The second round, he really got things going, and he even got some takedowns. I think that's great. I think it shows the evolution of Carlos Condit's games. He won the main event TKO doctor stoppage after round 2 before round 3 could start. Yeah, Thiago Alves, I like him. I hope his nose gets better. He busted his nose in the fight. So, get well, Thiago Alves. And, Carlos Condit, I think he's about one fight away from a title shot now. Yeah, good job, Carlos Condit. Then, in the co-main event, in the featherweight division, we had Charles Oliveira versus Nick Lentz. And, wow, this was a featherweight clash of the ages on this card. And yeah, I thought Nick Lentz was going to win, but Charles Oliveira, he got the submission guillotine choke at the tail beginning of round 3. Yeah, Nick Lentz, he looked worn out after that second round, and it was looking like it was just a matter of time before he was going to get submitted. Nick Lentz did what I thought he was going to do, which was use his wrestling and use his purple belt in jiu-jitsu to defend submissions in top position, and he was doing that for a while, and he's looking good. And even had some success in the stand-up a little bit. But unfortunately, the cardio, I think, gave out on him, and he got submitted early in that third round. Good job, Charles Oliveira. I think Charles Oliveira could, down the line, possibly fight for a belt. He's, I would say, a couple wins away from a title shot at this point. Yeah, so, great co-main event of featherweights. Yeah, then in the welterweight division, also on the main card, we had Alex Oliveira versus KJ Nunes. Yeah, I think KJ, it's debatable if he should go back to lightweight. I was kind of shocked when I first heard he was going back to, when he was going to welterweight. Yeah, but I knew Alex Oliveira, he would finish KJ Nunes somehow. I thought it was going to be by knockout, but he got submission, rear naked choke. Yeah, he rocked KJ Nunes, and then he synced in that rear naked choke, and it was a good job. And that was just roughly halfway into the first round. Pretty impressive win for Charles Oliveira. I think this guy's a prospect at welterweight. After watching many of his fights, you know, this guy goes for the finish, and, you know, if he doesn't get it, he dies trying, and he's fun to watch. And, yeah, coming off a big win like this against KJ Nunes, a veteran in Strikeforce and UFC, it's definitely going to do good things for him. Yeah, then also on the main card, we had a light heavyweight clash with Francimar Barroso and Ryan Jimmo. Yeah, Ryan Jimmo, you know, I thought he was going to do more in this fight. I thought he was really going to go for a flashy knockout and eventually get it. And eventually, he's a cardio machine. And I thought in the later rounds, in round 2 or 3, he would, you know, sink in maybe a right hook or just a jab and then land some combination. Yeah, you know, this fight, yeah, I was shocked. It was just pretty much Francimar was just countering and outpacing Ryan Jimmo, and for every one punch Ryan Jimmo threw, Francimar would throw 2 or 3, and he was outpointing Ryan Jimmo in every round. Thus, yeah, Francimar got a unanimous decision victory on this one. Great fight still. Could have been more explosive, but overall, not a bad fight. Yeah, so Francimar wins 30-27 across the board on this one. Then, in the lightweight division, We had Francisco Trinaldo versus Norman Park. This one really shocked me. I thought Norman Park was really going to be a killer in this fight, and it looked like he did, and then he just lost his rhythm, and he couldn't figure out what he was going to do. He looked lost in there. I think Norman Park just needs to get his head on and really focus on multiple game plans. I'm still a believer in Norman Park. I think this guy has all the potential in the world. He's not that old. He trains at Alliance. Alliance is one of the best gyms, bar none, in the game. So I think Norman Park can come back from this loss. And it was still a close fight. He had some good moments. Yeah, I think the judges got it right. Split decision win for Francisco Trinaldo. Francisco, he was pushing the pace. He was landing bigger, cleaner shots. So, yeah, that especially like the last half of the fight, the last half of round 2 and round 3, Francisco looked like he was really getting it together, finding his range and everything. So good job, Francisco Trinaldo. Then to kick off the main card, we had Darren Till and Wendell Oliveira. And yeah, Darren Till, this guy is the real deal. Yeah, he won KO elbows round 2, and it was pretty impressive against a veteran in the sport, Wendell Oliveira. So that wraps up the post-fight show for Condit versus Alves. And stay tuned for my next episode, which will be about Dan Henderson versus Tim Bosch. So stay tuned for that one. That fight card's going to be awesome. So until then, see ya.